Hello, beautiful people of the internet. My name is Ryan. Welcome back to Blueprints, everyone's favorite puzzle game. Until you're stuck on a puzzle, and then maybe it becomes your least favorite puzzle game. In the way that, your favorite character on your favorite TV show becomes sort of your least favorite when they do something that you don't agree with or when they frustrate you in some way. I'm currently in a place of frustration that in no way, shape, or form actually affects my opinion of the game or its status as one of the best games I've ever played. Welcome back to Blueprints. We have a hidden hue and a tinted rose vine, West Spring Secret Passage. These are the phrases I keep turning over in my head late at night when I can't sleep. Like last night, for instance, when we had some thunderstorms around here and my sweet dumb dog Kingsley, my sweet dog, who is very storm anxious, decided that the place that he wanted to sleep was the place that he wanted to ride out the thunderstorm and not sleep was sitting on top of my chest, drooling on my face. Oh my god. We do so many things for the people and the animals that we love. Long story short, I haven't slept very well. I should be fine, hopefully, to try and solve some puzzles in Blueprints. I've had some caffeine. I did some light stretching. I took a shower. We're awake. We can do this. We can do this. I'm trying to tell myself that. In the last episode, we discovered the weirdest anomaly of all time, which is that if you go to Secret Passage when it is drafted in the outer position, there is a white book that does not have a title that is not there when you draft that room on the inside of the house. That feels very large, but the question on my mind still is that enough? What do you do with that information? Where do you go from there? So here's where we're at. I think that Tinted Rosevine is the thing that I need to be solving, thanks to a nudge from the Discord, rather than a hidden hue. But I don't know that I haven't solved it already. Maybe finding that book in Secret Passage is the solution. I don't know. And maybe finding that book, then you transition to a hidden hue. I don't know. We'll evaluate all of that in today's episode, I'm sure. That and probably a million other questions, but hypothetically the water just goes through here and then to the waterfall, right? Like the waterfall should be yeah, right there. Okay. I'm getting obsessed with this waterfall. Here's where I want to start with today's episode. I want to start by going outside, drafting the room. Didn't I call it a day inside of pump? No. Sauna? No. I called it a day inside of a different room last time. I know that I did. So why isn't it here? We still have Blessing of the Monk. I debated on sauna versus pump room, but I definitely chose one of the two. I chose pump room or sauna, I think. Unless I got really tired at the end of the episode. Sometimes I say I'm going to do something, like I'm going to call it a day inside of a room, and then I get tired and I forget. How many footsteps do I have? 88. So I called it a day inside of sauna. 100%. But where the fuck is sauna? Oh, that's not the only time that has happened. It has happened with other rooms too, where I call it a day inside of them, and then they do not appear out here. That's weird, but I don't know anything. It's weird that it happened once. In some ways, it's less weird that it has happened a couple times. You know what I mean? If it's happened a couple times, maybe there's a reason for it. Okay, either way. Sauna outside is not going to happen right now, so let's move on to the next thing that we can do. Solving puzzles in a puzzle game is weird because in a game like this in particular is weird because sometimes you can just sit down, grab the old newspaper, start puzzling over the things in front of you, and just try to make progress that way. Sometimes you have to sort of do things. You have to, like, set up the chessboard before you can actually start studying. As of right now, I have looked at these poems until these riddles until my brain explodes. I would say the things that I would like to do to try and make some progress are as follows. One, anytime I draft Spiral of Stars, Observatory, and then select Spiral of Stars is fine with me. You can no longer do something. I don't know. You can no longer do something. Especially because Tinted Rosevine does say, you know, it says the end of the spiral is near, exclamation mark. And it has a drawing of a spiral. I think it's possible. I think it's possible that we could solve this whole puzzle just by getting to the end of the spiral. I don't know that it's likely, and I don't know that I want to just sit and wait and try and find out, because maybe there is no end, you know? So anytime we can draft Spiral of Stars, that's a victory for us. Here's the other thing that I think we should do. I think we should draft Secret Passage outside again. I want to go out and look again. I want to see if I can... If getting the book in Secret Passage is a victory, I want to... Or is the final part of the puzzle, excellent. If it's not, then I want to see... Sorry, how do I phrase this? Maybe getting the book inside of Secret Passage in the outer room is the solution. If it's not, maybe it is an intermediate step to a solution, in which case I need to get the book and then do something to it, or do something with it, or trigger something else, or, you know, the thing that is on my mind right now is, what is the spring in West Spring Secret Passage? I do not know. I do not know. I do not know. Key there. So, at the very least, we have this room now that we can call it a day inside of. What are some things I could do next run to make this slightly different than the run before, where I had it outside? Well, one of my first thoughts is actually has something to do with an item in my inventory right now. And that's this. The watering can. We have recently used the watering can to change a blank book in the library, 2 blank books, to have some writing on them. Now, of course, we had to draft Trading Post outside to make that happen. But what if we just took the watering can to Secret Passage next run and saw if maybe it, like, put some words on the cover or in some way, shape, or form involved? And the only reason I'm saying that is it says, "The waters of the West Spring shall yet reveal more secrets than these mere passages." I in some way, maybe water is the red herring in this puzzle. Maybe water is the solution. It's been a solution recently, and so I just keep considering the fact that it might just work. So I think what we might do is actually try and coat check. Is actually try to coat check watering can to get rid of whatchamacallit, key card, and see if we can't take watering can into the next run. The other thing I would like to do is find a way to examine the western path. I've said that a couple times now. It's still true. I want to find a way to examine the western... Sorry, not the western path, but the extra western path. The part of it that is outside of the garage door. This is 3. So garage door is kind of interesting to me. Powered garage door. The other thing that's kind of interesting to me is secret garden. I just want to go back there. It's been a long time since I've been there. I want to go back there. Tended rose vine, maybe. Maybe it doesn't matter. I don't know. I want to try. The way that I get that is by doing some break room keys until I get break room until I get secret garden key, or locksmith, which would be nice too. But 3 times 2 is 6 times 3 is 18. Brother, 2 times 20 is 40, rounded to the nearest 3-digit number, which I think is actually 0. Minus... Oh, sorry, you have to do this twice. Shit. So 2 times 20 is 40. Times 20 is 800. Rounded to 800. Minus 20 and 20 is 760. Divided by 10 is 76. Divided by 10 is 7.6. It's not 8, I'll tell you that much. Is it 7? I feel like we messed something up there. It's not 7 either. Okay. So we've got 2 times 20 is 40. 40 times 20 is 400, 800. Yeah, it's 800. Okay. Minus 40 minus 40. 760. Divided by 10. 76. 7.6. What am I doing wrong here? Am I rounding it incorrectly? There's an easy way to solve this. You can just always brute force it. I don't think I've ever brute forced one of these before, but I truly, I just want a secret garden key. And I think this might be the most efficient way to get one. And there's only 2, there's usually only 2. It was 3 somehow. I don't know how. I do not know how. Oh my god, there's all kinds of stuff right here. Maybe the best way to get a secret garden key is just to keep an eye out. For extra items now that we have incredible luck. Oh my god, they're everywhere. These items are actually everywhere. Wow. This is nuts. We're gonna have every item we ever want just from looking around at, like, end tables and stuff. How the fuck was that 3? I don't know. It doesn't matter right now. I have bigger fish to fry. I got way bigger fish to fry. So here are... So my general to-do list is kind of like I was saying. Get outside of garage. Get into secret garden. That's all fine. I don't know why I'm digging here. I don't really need to. There was one other item on my list. Secret garden. Take the watering can to secret passage outside. Out the garage door. There's one other one that I was thinking of. One other one. What was it? I went to check luxury showroom for that item that... The item that has, like, a rewind function. Because it's the only item I can't remember very well. Like, I remember moon pendant, emerald bracelet, master key, that may be it. There's that other item, and I'm like, is that in some way... I know it has a lot of gears on it. Is it in some way like spring loaded? Does it have spring in the title? Does it have anything that I could use, in short, to try and come up with the word spring for West Spring Secret Passage? I don't know. Security here is fine. Okay. We're going to go try and draft a powered... We have 4 dice. We're going to try and draft a powered garage. And or get a secret garden key. One of the two. Or get a luxury showroom. West Wing Hall. We're gonna look around for items because apparently they're just everywhere. Conference room. It's interesting that items can spawn in this room even when they are not spread, because that would not be something that I would have guessed. I think we want aquarium right here. No, we want aquarium right here, right now. Come on. Oh, come on. Okay, we'll take commissary and we'll try and come around in a circle. I'm hoping if we can get some junctions, maybe we could still get a... If we get junctions, we could still get study and or gyms or something like that. One die left. At all times, I want you to know that at all times, if I'm not saying anything, like if I go quiet for 10 seconds, here's what's happening. I'm running through in my head every book, every room, every person, every clue we have found in this game to think of something related to spring. If we look at West Spring Secret Passage, I am 100% confident that I know what the secret and the passage mean in that phrasing. I am about 80% confident on West. I think it's the outer room. And I am 0% confident on spring. I don't think we've done that yet. And maybe I have, but I don't know it. But I don't think we've done it yet. Let's redraw once here and just see if we can get a aquarium. Damn it, we can't. Okay. In that case, I don't know that it matters what we do here. Like, spring. Is there a spring loaded? Is there anything in here? Spring loaded. Our items from workshop are all detector shovel, dowsing rod. Dowsing rod is related to water. Jackhammer, pick, sound amp, amplifier, burning glass, lucky something, lucky purse, power hammer, electromagnetic something or other, which helps you draw mechanical rooms. Where did we just see a compass? We just saw one. It was din. I'll be right back. I think I could make a dowsing rod right now, which is not an item I have ever really used. I want to see what the description says. West Spring. Din is right there. Why not West Fall? Why not West? So apparently compass plus shovel, which I own, is dowsing rod. My memory... Okay, hold up. My memory is that it's something like lets you determine what rooms will have items in it or something like that. Something related to that. Rooms that may contain more items today than usual. I am a little bit interested in taking that item outside, just because of the traditional uses of dowsing rods being, how do you find dowsing rods are like kind of hilarious, but basically they are supposed to supposedly help you find underground water sources. I think we've talked about this. That's a silver key. Do you have some more dice? Meaning maybe, I don't know exactly where garage can be drafted, but maybe if we got aquarium here. Aquarium, can I draft garage to the left of this? I don't know, but let's go see if we can get some dice or something first before we do that. I can't dig any more. That's no dice. Where are the dice? Where are the dice? Does garage take gems? I think it takes one, right? Let's find out. Garage gives you keys, so it'll be in the key area. It takes one gem. Okay. It's unusual, which is not probably something I should have done to myself, but... I didn't know that I would want to go back out the western path. Somebody give me something that helps with... Uh-oh. Never mind. Okay. Well... Let's go see if we can draft garage on just a cold draft. No ability to refresh, like to redraw. Damn it. Damn it. Okay, well. Well. That... Oh, shit, I forgot I could draft out this side of pool. I thought this was a dead end. Maybe I would have gotten a something that matters here. At this point, it doesn't matter. Okay, let's go ahead and call it a day instead of secret passage so that we can go back out there tomorrow and check. I also am going to... I guess first I'm going to walk outside with a dowsing rod. I'm interested in this. Other items have... Other mechanical items have secondary... uses, and a dowsing rod's use is kind of related to finding a spring. So, kind of, like in the real world, not in this game. In this game, it's very like what it does is it just points towards items that are more useful. Wait a freaking second. Has sprint always been toggle in this game? That feels brand new to me. I feel like it's always been hold shift to sprint. I wonder if it got a change with the switch to release. I did not realize there was FOV. We're going to keep that stuff on default. Dowsing rod, come on. Do me a favor, dowsing rod. Come up with something. Western spring. The waters of the West Spring. Come on. Douse me. Douse me, please. It's not always. Interesting. So that's what it means by soft toggle. If you tap it once, it toggles. If you hold it, it does not toggle. So maybe I've just been using it as hold the entire time before now, and I've never once realized that I could just tap it. Okay. Well, we are not seeing anything with the dowsing rod, so that's one random ass idea checked off the list. Let's go get secret passage, and then let's keep the ball rolling. Let's keep it moving. We're gonna need to. I'm interested to see where this Spiral of Stars goes, maybe more than anything else, but I'm just holding out hope. Can you tell that I'm just holding out hope for the idea that Spiral of Stars will actually help me solve this problem? This tinted rose vine. Okay. My mind has come up with the weirdest possible solutions to this. Maybe you need to make that call it a day screen say something like West Spring Villa or something like that, then have secret passage outside. I don't know. My brain comes up with the weirdest possible solutions to this puzzle. Dowsing rod. But they're only weird if they don't work. Sometimes it's the weird ones that work, you know? Not always. Most of the time not, in fact. But sometimes it's the weird shit that works. And not for the reasons that you think. Secret passage out here has a weird book. Does it have anything else? It's got a weird book. It's a weird book. I've looked around a number of times. We're going to try and bring watering can out here and hope that something happens to this book. Now, of course, we can't put still water in the watering can. But it's the only way I know to bring water to the book. So, let's go get watering can. And then, and observatory along the way, etc., but maybe a powered garage. This should not have watering can in it because you can't if it's also in coat check, is my hypothesis. You cannot, apparently, have an item spawn in if it will also be in coat check. We didn't grab coat check there, despite it showing up, because I want to make the western side accessible to garage. We'll grab Spiral of Stars. You can no longer gain what? Interesting. I should be grabbing the other things too. I keep forgetting. Maybe not Inkwell. Maybe Inkwell. I can grab it just in case. Gym, pair of trunks, pair of chests, I should say. Okay. Coupon book. I see a key over there. No longer gain footsteps? That would be sketchy. That would be very sketchy. Can no longer gain something. Okie dokie. Oh my god. Keys. Like car keys. Dice. Magnifying glass. It's honestly exhausting. This is the one downside of having extra luck, is that it adds so much time to each run because you end up picking up a million things. Early foyer is hard on the gems, but great on the keys. We'll take code check there. Absolutely. Now, the question here is, does it start with water? I can go check by going into spare green room. It says limited capacity, but I don't know if it always says, and then it says 3 drops, but I don't know if it always says that. You know what I mean? It's just not where we want aquarium, unfortunately. It's a fine place for chapel. Okay, let's go see if this watering can thing works, and if it doesn't, then we'll come back and we'll decide what we're doing with the rest of the run. Okay, it works in here, so that's good. Little conservatory. You know I won't be mad with that. World's best room. Drafting studio has no reason to be called anything related to spring, so I don't think it's important. Planetarium, I like commonplace. Rumpus room, I don't see anything related to spring. It's currently standard. It could honestly be slightly more rare. Let's call it unusual. It's not helpful to me right now. Okay, let's go out. Let's draft here, then we go outside to save footsteps. Library or Geist bedroom? Geist bedroom gets us more dice for later in the trying to draft aquarium garage problem, so let's do this. I'll be amazed if this works, just because I think this is hinted at less well than... Still water is really good as a puzzle. Still water is really good as a puzzle. West Spring, meaning something related to the watering can. I don't think that's what it means. But I'm going to try it because it's been a type of solution recently, and I would kick myself if it didn't work. Okay. Nothing so far. Okay. Down to 22 footsteps, which is a little sketchy. One gem, which is also not great. Let's go try and draft... Is there any way that we would need to fill the watering can up with water from a spring? And how would you do that if you could? I'm going to step in here real quick. I'm going to use one watering can to get one gem. I'm going to step out. And now I'm going to be trying to pay attention to, is there any place in this game where I could use... You can fill the watering can up from kitchen. Can you fill it up from somewhere else? That's sort of the question on my mind right now. I need food as we get to this western wing. Pantry gives me an apple for 2 footsteps. Pantry gives me another apple for 2 more footsteps, but it's an even or another item. I'm basically even, maybe a little bit less than even if I go in here. Planetarium gives me a dice, a die, sorry. An apple. I do have 3 keys. What if we used one in here? Give me something good. Give me something good. Nope. All right. Still low on footsteps. When we get to rank 5, that will help, because we have a lunchbox still. 14. Any items? No? I think at any time right now we could take a aquarium. I think if it's not now, it's really, really soon. Like, probably from this room, we want to draft aquarium. There's garage. Okay, we're re-rolling. We're re-rolling. Got 1 re-roll left. Damn. I love it when my plans don't work out. We've got 10 minus 5 is 5. Minus 5 is 0. Times something, it doesn't matter because it's 0 plus 10. We've got something very difficult. If we can get Secret Garden Key, we can maybe still get in Secret Garden today. I don't know why I care, though. Maybe I should just leave the Secret Garden Key thing for later. I think sometimes you just have to decide what to focus on. I think I'll decide not to focus on that for now. It's still technically possible that we could draft something here, aquarium to the left, and then garage, but it's rough. Hello, good dog. Really rough. What to do? What to do? I drafted a room that caused a dead end. So I think what we're really going to do is we're going to restart. But 14 footsteps. West Spring. The most actionable question that I can answer at this exact moment remains what is the next word in Spiral of Stars? Which is kind of crazy that I just keep... I don't know. Maybe it's really... I'm a little worried that I'm doing something not dumb, because... Hilarious... Okay. Hilariously, puzzle games, which are very smart, often make you do things that are dumb. Because it turns out you have to do things that are wrong to get to the things that are right. At least if you're a human and not a crazy, insanely good solver of puzzles. So, I'm worried that I'm doing something dumb, which is funny because I'm always doing something dumb because it's a puzzle game. You're always doing the wrong thing until you get it figured out. But I just can't know that reaching the end, quote unquote, of Spiral of Stars is a bad decision until I do it. Like, is a potentially worthless, potentially useless way forward until I do it. And so I keep falling back on it because it's an actionable item that I can do really quickly while a bigger problem stumps me, you know? So hopefully we have a secret passage outside, or at least the option to grab one, because we just called it a day in there. I'm going to continue through the house thinking, what the fuck is related to spring? And what do we do with it? The funny thing is, we could really solve two problems at once in a very funny way if we really wanted to. Which is this. I could... Those are all good. I could just do Spiral of Stars and nothing else until springtime in the game. And that would tell me a lot of information really quickly. That would tell me, hey, springtime... It would get me a lot of stars. A lot of spiraling. You can no longer gain steps. That's crazy. There was not a period, though, so that's exciting. Spring. I just don't know. Here's how I'm feeling about my current ideas. Let's ignore Secret Garden Key. I do think getting onto the western path or the western via garage is worth doing. I think it's at least worth trying. I think waiting until spring, the time of year, is a dumb idea. But I might be left with nothing but dumb ideas before too long. So some would say maybe I'm already there. I think we have the right room outside. I don't think I need to try to get... I don't think I need to Blessing of Monk, like, pump room outside or greenhouse or etc., etc., etc. Because secret passage outside does something. I think going for whatever is inside of my... I think trying to find whatever item is inside of the luxury showcase that has that special... That rewind item would be good to go for. This is not going to give me more footsteps. Those are kind of my full ideas. Oh my god, thank god it paid off. I got more keys. And one other thing that I haven't said actually yet this episode. I did consider after last episode, I was like, so what if we just solved it? What if it's done? What if we have solved the Tended Rose Vine? Should we move on to Hidden Hue? I don't think Hidden Hue makes any more sense knowing what I know from Secret Passage. From Prism Pristine, 3 Paths Convene, I automatically have no idea where to start. Automatically. Immediately. I need a gem. I need a gem. Three lines of light, 3 shades for scene. It just doesn't... So I don't think that we should just move on and try to do something else. Okay, we're going to pick Den here. We're going to pick this. We're going to open this trunk. To get enough gems, let's go. We're going to get aquarium right here. Come on. Come on. And then we're going to get garage open. Getting garage open is somehow like the hardest thing I ever do in this game. I always struggle to make it happen. Okay, we did not get aquarium, so. Okay. Do I even go outside? I don't know. To look at Secret Passage. Probably just because if I call it a day out there, then it will once again be... Oh, hey, look, key card. It'll once again be drafted out there. Oh, look. There's so many items. Luck is insane in this game. West Spring. My dearest darling son. Why would you say it twice? Why would you compliment him twice? Dearest darling. Why? I am quite impressed. I didn't expect you to make it this far, yet if these words have reached your eyes, rest assured the end of the spiral is near. Stay vigilant and rose wary, for the thorns we discover are twice as sharp at the conclusion of each of our journeys. When Final Council, West Spring Secret Passage. It does say the waters of the West Spring, but that's not the bold part. Here's what I'm going to do this run. I think that I have a slightly different approach to this run. Here's the goal. Let's get observatory, and then let's grab Banner of the King towards shops, because I want to see what's in luxury showcase. I want to see it. I feel like that room has... I feel like that item has spring in the name. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just completely deluding myself. Dovecode is standard, which is pretty good. I might even make it commonplace, to be honest with you. It's really nice to rotate. It takes up some slots in the drafting when you do that. Greenhouse, let's make it commonplace. Green rooms, I don't think are a bad thing to have more common right now. Let's get observatory. And then let's get luxury showcase. I just want to check that item. I want to check that item. I might be crazy. I need a couple gems. I think luxury showcase luxury showroom costs 2. Cool. I wasn't sure if we'd axed it. I feel like we axed armory, which was really funny in hindsight. Speaking of armory, is there anything in armory that would help? There's a mace, there's a shield. There's a torch that doesn't go out. I'm trying to look in like the dusty corners of this game. The places I haven't been in 60 episodes because it hasn't been relevant, you know? You can no longer gain steps or something else? What does that mean? Oh, brother. Banner of the King. Shop. Done. We'll take 2 dice. We'll take 2 dice. So we're not going to do garage this round. We're just going to try for luxury showroom. Okay. God, this game's a stumper. I have made no headway on these puzzles. It's not entirely true. We've made some headway. Secret passage outside. That's a start. That's a foothold. Something's going on there. These are not shops. Can't gain footsteps anymore. I'm opening these in the off chance that it has dice, which are very valuable. Okay. Showroom. Beautiful. Now, does the chronograph. 24-karat chronograph. While drafting, you may rewind time after drawing new floor plans. You are more likely to draw tomorrow rooms while drafting. Nothing. Nothing about springs. It looks nuts. Silver Spoon was the other one I couldn't remember the other day. So there is a slightly rotating cast of characters. Cast of items in this room. Inventory of items. It looks awesome. 24-karat chronograph. Silver Spoon. Okay. Nothing interesting to me. Spring, spring, spring. Come on. Is there anything in mailroom? I haven't been in here in forever. I'm grasping at straws. Okay, let's go ahead and call it a day. By going outside and looking at this room that is taunting me once again. Spring someone's name. Is spring a constellation I could have active? Is spring... I don't know. Let me actually look rather than just saying that out loud. If it's spring time of year, I'm going to be a little peeved because I can't easily change the time of year. You know what I mean? It's not a thing I can just do. I can call it a day a million times, and maybe that'll help, but like... I'm just grabbing different books each time, hoping that it does something. Hoping to feel something. Okay. Oh, my lord. We're like polar opposites of springtime of the year, so that's also the other problem, is I think it's like August. We'd have to go another... I mean, if you count March as spring, like, maybe... It's March currently in Indiana. It's March currently everywhere in the world, but also in Indiana where I live. And in Indiana, March, it is currently raining and has been for like 3 days. And it feels like spring. Everything's green, which is really lovely. So that's why spring is on the mind. How do I make that book do something? How do I make that book do something? What am I no longer allowed to gain more of? Steps or gyms. Jesus Christ. This one is getting very pointy. This is the pointy end of the Spiral of Stars. I hope it's the end of the Spiral of Stars. I'm not so convinced. Let's just call it a day inside of here. I don't know that I want to go back to... I don't know that there's any reason to go back to Secret Passage right now. It's just, I have a theoretical problem, not an actual one. But I'm gonna go back anyways. I think I've grabbed most of the colors of books once it is drafted outside. Like, I think I've drafted Secret Passage outside, grabbed purple, yellow, I think both green and red. Or, yeah. Here's one thing that we haven't talked about yet. I do have one extra clue from Discord. I have to scroll all the way up to find it. They said, in case of emergency, break this. It's one more escalating nudge. And I haven't grabbed it yet. It might be time to do it. I don't know that this will actually solve, like, will actually advance. I don't know that it will actually advance my current understanding of the puzzle, because I think it's possible the puzzle that the nudge is something like draft. I think it's very possible that this nudge is something like draft Secret Passage in the outer room. We got our front seat questions. We got a hidden hue is not yet due. The other book's the one for you. I'm going to click this. The Blueprints Advisory Council believes that you don't need this one, but in case you do, heed Orave's final counsel. The waters of the West Spring shall yet reveal more secrets than these mere passages. Okay, so the good news is I interpret that. I was about to say the good news is that says draft Secret Passage in the outer room. That's not what it says. I interpret what the hint says as draft Secret Passage in the outer room. I'm here there's this. I either need to activate it. I know I just keep saying the same things over and over again, but I am trying to piece this together. I think there's a couple options here. Either this book itself is the launching off point for Hidden Hue, or I need to do something to this book to make it a pullable book. There's 5 other pullable books on the bookshelf. If I pull them, this door opens and something happens. If I could make that happen here, then maybe the doorway would lead me somewhere. So I guess that raises the question. I still love this room's I love this room's description. I guess that raises a question. All of the other books right here, when pulled, still lead to rubble. Do I really suspect that if I could pull this white book out here, it would lead somewhere else? I think that would be awesome. I think it'd be really cool. It'd be amazing. Or is the goal to get the white book inside the house? Like to draft secret passage in some way, shape, or form inside of the house where I could then pull it. I do not know. That's one possibility. Possible solution. The book needs pulled. Possible solution number 2. Leave this or use it as a jumping off point and get to a Hidden Hue. Three colors to count. Prism Pristine. I don't know. We're going to keep on rolling, though. I want to see the end of this sentence and see what it does for Spiral of Stars. I'm going to crack a sparkling water, and we're going to get back to work. Spring and erosion. Is that on the classroom document? Spring and erosion. Maybe I'm translating it one way and I need to translate it a different way. Like maybe spring. No. Is it on? Hold up. Erosion isn't even really this type of puzzle, though. I'm thinking through like like I said, I'm taking mental inventory and running through at all times in my brain. Where has spring been mentioned before? So let's take stock. Let's take stock. Let's take stock. I have the letters themselves that have been written by the red letters, for instance. I'm just going to kind of skim and look for anything that might be related to spring. Blackmailing. This is from Caleb to my mother about stealing the crown. This is from my father to Herbert about not doing justice to my mother with her story in the public eye, basically. To deny her story is to deny her life, which is one of the most banger lines of all time, by the way. This is from my mom to Herbert. We're departing. We're going to go by trolley until the rails give out. Old mountaintop tunnels to the north. Then go to the southern border. Leaving a message here in the safe house. Holding hands and throwing stones. Holding hands and throwing stones. In those days, we were guilty of everything. This is from my uncle to my mother. Now, here's an interesting thing. Farewell, my marigold, which is a type of flower. So is a rose. That's the whole sentence. That's the whole sentence. This is about from Courtney the cousin to my uncle. And this is from X. To my uncle. Okay. I don't think it's in the letters. I don't see anything about it. A new clue. Does a new clue have anything about spring in it? It's time for a refresher, y'all. I haven't looked at this stuff in a while. Again, different family of puzzles in my mind, these books. A man obsessed in Cuckoo 2. It's the cuckoo clock. We found it. It's the cuckoo clock. Okay. A new clue, the draft. I don't know that we need to go through this. I'm going to try to be a little slightly speedy here just to... I'm looking not to reread everything, but to refresh my memory on what exists. In doing that, I might miss something. West Spring. West, the problem is already that... West, to mean outer room, is a little bit of a stretch, you know? It's already... That's the other part of it. Is that, like... West, to mean spring, is already a stretch. So should I actually be looking for West Spring? Spring. West to spring. West spring. Pring. Nothing about blue tents spoke to the... Hold up. I've forgotten about this. The only thing I don't understand in Garage Memo is Swan Song being an acronym. Is there something in Curse of Blackbridge about a spring? I really don't remember that, but below the Black Bridge. Larger cavern rooms, a berry basket and a silk handkerchief, the effigy. Oh, brother. Okay. Is there anything in darkroom pictures? Is there anything in emails? Is there anything in... Final exam is actually one of the places I was going to look because there's some erosion in here. I don't think erosion is necessarily... Like, if I knew what word meant spring in erosion, then maybe I could replace spring in West Spring Secret Passage with the word for it in erosion, right? This is erosion word for house, hue, is on the... So I think we might be onto something with a hidden hue. I think it might be a puzzle for a hidden house, which is really cool. I feel like that would be an awesome way to sort of... That'd be an awesome place for this puzzle to go. A hidden hue does not mean a hidden color necessarily, or it means that, but it also means a hidden house. Does the gardener mention anything about a spring? Soil survey? Oh boy, I'm gonna lose my mind. Maybe I've already lost it. Oh. History of Arindia, I don't feel like is necessarily gonna have anything, but we're gonna scroll through. We're just doing our best to be thorough. Doing our best to be thorough. Spring. Spring. West Spring, if you really want to go for it that way. West Spring. Does the pumping book say anything about, like... No, it just says the system. It doesn't say, like, the grounds. I was like, maybe this whole place is fed by a spring that I don't understand. Is there something in Realm and Rune? I mean, bad weather? Like, windy? Stormy? Red Prince or Swimbird have anything, or Blueprints have anything to do with spring? The changing of the leaves? That's related to seasons. Which is related to spring. Wait. What's 100 leaves called again? 100 leaves. 100 bells. The scientific name for holly is Ilex ex Messervier. Featherfall Keep. Lord William Epson. This could have something to do... Now, hold up. This actually could have something to do with 100 Bells Tea Room. Let me just very quickly look at one thing, which is one thing we have not pieced together. So we're moving into the Orave thing, right? Like we're moving towards Orave, away from my uncle, my mother, away from Erajan. Not the will. I need the other thing. I need... the... Is it under... Room 46? What's it under? Deed. The deed. Room 46, deed. This does say Lady Orave. That's actually not what I would have guessed. I did not remember that. Okay. I was thinking it said Epson. It says Lady Orave of Trinsdale. So what does this have anything to do? So we do have something related to Lady Orave. Know all men by these presents that Lord Shit, I clicked off. That Lord Arthur Clementine, rightful owner of the land that rests in the northern range of Reddington Mountains, doth grant and convey to the bearer of this document, Lady Orave of Trinsdale, the land, forest, and waters of the sheer cliffs that rest in the northern shadow of the Hollyleaf Mountain, with all the rights, privileges, and appurtenances thereunto belonging. Property of Mount Holly consists of dense woods flanked by cliff walls, 2 mentions of sheer cliffs now, irrigated by mountain spring streams, punctuated by several runoff waterfalls. This area is sheltered between the summit's north slope and saddle, spanning across 80-odd acres of land. The property is situated southwest of Reddington. Steep crags, 3rd time that's mentioned. The high road to Tanner Fork is to the east. I, Clementine, covenant, promise and agree with Lady Orave, her heirs and assigns, that I am lawfully seized and possessed of the said premises, same are free and clear of all encumbrances. I have the right to sell and convey it. To Lady Orave, her heirs and assigns, I will warrant and defend the same against all lawful claims. In hand and seal I make my mark in the grand year of Finn Aries, 1912. Okay. None of that is actually all that interesting, but I thought maybe we were onto something there. It does kind of, I mean, it suggests the word spring is used. So in a way, we have achieved a major victory, which is that the word spring is used. Mountain Spring. I'm going to quickly continue my work here and just say, is there anything that has spring in it? Treasure Trove. What's the one I don't understand in here? 45? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Yena means both reign and ruler and erosion. Yenna? Is there a power that I need? Rook, king, knight, pawn? There's a bishop power, but I don't remember what it is. Ein means dreams and erosion. She does reference dreams. She says, I had so many plans, but not enough dreams. In the letter. In the Tinted Rose Vine. A secret door lies in the red house. Could this be about something? My name for this memo is true if blue ? A secret door lies in the blue house? I don't know what that means. We're kind of looking at a potential secret door and secret passage. Okay. I don't know. I'm going to have to give this up, though. Let's just quickly skim. Spring. Caitlin J.R.E. Okay, we're skimming. The underground map doesn't say anything about a spring, right? Just to clarify, I think I've asked that like 4 times. Bunkroom Diary probably doesn't say anything about it. Does the bunker map of the museum say anything about a spring? She does say I had so many plans but not enough dreams, and this does say something about dreams. What does it say again? The 8th angel points towards our dreams or something? I would call that something we've solved already, but... The cryptograph letter. If anything... If anything would give us a clue on this, it could be this. It's related to Orave. Quench our thirst for knowledge. Stones unturned. Oh my lord, I'm gonna lose it. This game. Any of these look like they have a spring in them? I'm going to lose it. Spring is a word that I can't even say right now without hearing it funny. Like, I've said it too many times. At this point, I can't even say it correctly. I can't even hear it correctly. Let me look at the underground map, and let me look at... Reading this deed kind of does make me want to go back outside of garage again. I feel like maybe going, like, the west side of the house. I don't know. The safe house letter. It's been 6 months. How we have played so much of this game. My God. There's no way we have a word for spring in the Erajan letter, right? I never actually finished that thought earlier. Oh, brother. Sorry, I feel like I lost the ability to be entertaining about this forever ago. I hope you're enjoying this episode. Sorry, thanks for being patient with me. I don't have any amazing new thoughts after doing all of that. Let's go ahead and try one last time. I'm going to keep thinking on it. Guys, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. I'm going to keep thinking on it. And the thing that will happen with thinking on it is that eventually I will either come up with the right solution or I will exhaust all of the wrong ones. And those are the only two real options. These things happen. Oh, boy. I'm going to get observatory, and then I'm going to try to get powered garage. And we'll see what happens. No longer gain steps or gems or something. Maybe I can just take the pressure off and do a couple minutes here at the end of the day with just, like, just grabbing Spiral of Stars. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do. This is a brand new thing for me. I've never done it before. I'm going to just record. I'm going to do some more days quickly to try and get some more Spiral of Stars on the board. And I'm just going to check in with you guys every, I'll film basically just like the reveal of like, oh, next day says this, next day says this. So just to sort of tag on to the end of this episode to get a couple more stars on the board. Thanks for your patience. Let's do that. I'm gonna keep drafting observatory as quickly as I can, and I'll be right back. Okay, here's an observatory. Spiral of Stars. Steps or gems or keys. They might say or coins. We shall find out. Oh my god, here's an idea. I was just saying, what if we got the Erajan word for spring? But what if we got the Erajan word for west? I'm looking at final exam. I'm looking at that compass question. Or spring. Secret passage. Or spring. You know, that word or spring. That makes a lot of sense. Or spring. Oh, it's saying horse bring. It's saying bring a horse to the western spring, to secret passage. Horse spring to secret passage, but you can't make it drink. That makes sense. Okay, another observatory. We are losing some stars doing it this way, but we're also getting things a lot quicker, so that's fine. Just says or. Oh yeah, getting all kinds of observatory action up in here. Holy shit, this is a big one. Because we dropped below 150. Steps or gems or keys or gold. Steps or gems or keys or gold. Can't gain any more of them. Another observatory. I was joking about, obviously, about horse bring. or spring secret passage. But I am now... And? There's an and now. That's interesting. But I am now getting sort of obsessed with the idea that maybe I do need to bring something. Maybe it is like spring, except you just remove the S. Then it says pring, which sounds a lot like bring. But then what do you bring? West? Spring? Also, probably in other... I've been made aware that my Midwestern or rural Midwestern accent can maybe make some of these words a real problem. The pronunciations of them. So maybe other people call it spring, and I just call it spring. Oh, baby. Another observatory. 68 footsteps. Almost nice. And your. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got here. This is kind of a nice, chill way to end the episode. And your day is done? Is that... There's no way it'll say that. And your day? And your day ends? And your day is over? And your day is called? I don't know. Let's find out. This is a nice way to end the episode because it's just, I've been using my brain. Maybe not using it well, but I've been using my brain for an hour and a half, and now I'm just like, just turn it off, just draft some rooms, get a little bit more information from Spiral of Stars. Very chill, very chill. Observatory. And your day will, oh boy, will? What does that mean? What the fuck? We're about to find out. Your day will what? Immediately. The next word has got to be end. It's not going to be like the day will immediately get better. If only you had that power, Observatory. If you could do that for me, then we have to have a bigger conversation about what kind of power, what kind of magical power you have and why we're not using it to make the world better for everyone and not just me. Your day will immediately get so much better. All right, let's find out. If this says end and then it says period, it does not say period. My guess is that this takes effect though, right? Like if I exit out of here, it ends. Yep. It does not say period, which is very interesting. We'll have to see what comes next. I was guessing end period, and then I was going to keep going anyways because I wanted to see what if there was another word or if we had reached the end of Spiral of Stars. So let's keep going. All right. Immediately end what? Immediately end what? If. Okay. All of a sudden, we have an if-then statement. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. I think that is actually probably an amazing place to call it an episode. I think that's day 298 done. Your day will immediately end if. So there's still something to chase down. We don't know what it is. Maybe it'll be one word. Maybe it'll be 10 words. Maybe it'll be... But we'll keep chasing it. Thanks so much for watching it. Today's episode. I appreciate your patience and your interest, and I'll keep turning it over in my brain. That's all I can do. I'll see you so soon with another episode. Until then, have a great rest of your day. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it. Bye.